Hi guys, how's it going? Who have we got? We've got Thea and Green Hat. Hi guys. And we've also got Casey as well. Okay. Hi Daria. Nice to see you. Yeah. Just let me know the volume's okay and stuff. Hi April, I saw you a few minutes ago over in Discord. Excuse me. Hi Yvonne. Managed to catch a live stream only because Jem is unwell. I am not feeling better at all. Like I'm really not. To put it politely, I feel like a bag of shit. Um, I have the core temperature of a corpse, and I am still very congested. I have made special arrangements for this though. I am prepared for my drippy nose with my tissue box, and I've also got some water as well. And I have prepared a hotkey to mute my mic so that if I need to sniff or cough, y'all aren't subjected to it. So I am trying. Oh dear. Hi Roseanne. Happy to see me. Oh, thank you. I'm happy to see you too. I know April, and this is the thing. Like, this is me better. Like, it was a lot worse than this. I missed a couple of days of like my actual, like my proper job because I had no voice. My throat was really sore, so this is actually me better. But at this juncture, because I still feel quite under the weather, I don't even know if I'm going to go travelling on Wednesday. Like, it's just like a day at a time just now. So yeah. Roseanne says a hot toddy. Do you know something, Roseanne? Like, even water is not appealing to me at the moment. Like, I just don't want to put anything in my body. I'm like off everything. And that's when you know Jem's not well, because I'm usually really happy to eat and drink everything. I have to say though, like I do feel better than I did this morning when I woke up this morning. It was sore to move my eyeballs. So we've come on in leaps and bounds this morning. So what is everyone up to tonight then? Obviously I know you're all here, but have you got stuff that you're doing? Are we on in the background here and you're busy and away with other things? I'd love to hear what you're up to because it's a bit weird. It's a Monday night. Obviously don't normally stream on a Monday night. Oh, thanks, Yvonne. I've got a really big, like fleecy blanket here as well. I'm like a wee pensioner sitting here with it over my legs and my feet to keep my feet warm because my feet are like block size as well. It really is. It's a sad state of affairs. It really is. But yeah. Anyway, it's nice to see we've got a wee bit of a turnout, even though it's as I say, it's a Monday. And Roseanne's cooking dinner. I say I wish I could get enthusiastic about the food conversation tonight, but it's just not going to happen. Um, Oh, bit of crochet. What are you crocheting? Black Rose, are you making something for someone or yourself? and Elise is playing Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, I was tempted by that, Elise. I've managed to avoid it thus far. Um, and I have done, see, because I've been in bed periodically, I have done a little bit of gaming over the last couple of days, and I finished Blanc. I actually talked about it in the video that I'm filming just now, so I won't talk too much about it just now, because then obviously it'll overlap with video content, but never mind. April's working. Shh. Working? What are you talking about, April? Summarising legal opinions? Oh, that sounds thrilling. Thea's trying to find a quest item. So Thea's playing Dreamlight Valley, I can tell you that. I might have enabled her on that one, guys. Disney Dreamlight Valley. Jan's waiting for her dinner. Not long in from work. Hello, Christine. Nice to see you. You'd rather be painting. Yvonne is colouring the brand new Johanna Basford calendar. Nice. Your daughter expects a fully coloured one every year. No, that's not too demanding, honestly. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Black Rose, that's adorable. Like, that is actually adorable. Can you post a picture of those over on the Discord? I'd love to see them. That would be so cute. Because you are in the Discord, aren't you, Black Rose? I think you are. Yeah, just quickly, hello to everybody. Thanks for coming in. For those of you that are members, thank you very much for your membership. It is much appreciated, especially when I feel really crappy. It makes me feel appreciated. So even on even on an emotional level, I really appreciate it. So yeah, there's that. So let's talk about what we're actually going to do today. Let me just shift this about a little bit. My brain's like cotton wool. This is the other thing. I feel as if I'm underwater because my ears are so blocked. But I think it's like slowed my brain down as well. So this may take some time, but we'll get there. So tonight what we're doing is the last tutorial that came up quite a lot in the comments when we did the Artful unboxing. And that was the Infinity Zine. And do you know what? I actually think it might be quite fun to do this as a live tutorial. I think that adds quite a nice dimension to it, and I feel as if we've got a lot of use out of this Artful box this time round. Oh, Green Hat's got COVID. Oh my god. Green Hat, do you feel unwell with it, or are you one of these people that's just got it and you're not too bad? A lady at my proper job, she sounds more congested than me, but she said apart from that she's fine, but she's had it for ages. Oh, Millie Marotta. I haven't seen a page from Millie Marotta's books for ages, Daria. Have you posted that one on... No, if you're not finished it, you won't have. You've posted something from Millie Marotta on Facebook recently, haven't you? Yeah, okay, but I need to take my throat so dry. It's going to be a hard slog. Mr. Jem is away out playing in his tractor, so I've got no moral support there either. When I say playing in his tractor, he's out work until stupid o'clock, so I better not minimise that effort. Okay, so yeah, I just thought this would be a nice way to do things, and I think actually this might be a nice way to do tutorials moving forward, because what I've learned just from doing the stuff for the videos is that I never really seem to stick to the tutorials properly. Like, I kind of follow them for a bit and then I go off on a wee tangent. So yeah, you know, there's that. So yeah, this could be fun. I did want to show you. I'm gonna have to move my blanket. This is worth it though. Just hang on a wee second till I start shoving stuff about a wee bit. I shall return momentarily. The jock's upside down here. After the last Artful video, I did another glass artwork, and it's this tree here. There's some vines and stuff in there. I'm quite pleased with it, and there's quite a lot of layers. And you know, there's like stuff going on in between the layers. Really difficult to show you in the light here. So I'm actually really pleased with that, and I have bought some sticky back plastic you know, the clear stuff that you would cover books with, to put on that back layer to protect the paint, because that is a layer of paint on there. So I'm really pleased. I might do a couple more of these. This is going to be up for sale in the stash shop at some point, just not right now. So there you go. I just thought that would be nice to show y'all. Oh. Oh. Hello, Marilise. Hope you're having a good Monday. If I had chili for dinner, it tasted fine. Yeah, I can't really. My sense of smell's not great, but I don't have COVID. But I'm just very congested, and I was saying to Mr. Jem, I feel as if somebody, this, you know, that sounds a bit severe, but I feel as if somebody's like whacked me in the face with a brick, because I'm really sore, like all round my, like my eye sockets and up here. So that's congestion, obviously, up in your sinuses. But see, I just started off with a sore throat and I lost my voice, and now I'm here and I'm like, oh God, like torture me, why not? Anywho's. Right, so let's take a wee look at this here. I thought I figured out, I'll just read it out a bit at a time, we can go from there. Do you want to zoom in a wee bit so you can read at your own pace if you feel that way inclined? I might have to get a little autofocus on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the first thing that we're doing is this is like a sort of foldy magazine, but it's done with one sheet of paper, and we're obviously going to do it with some paint pens. So the first step is folding the zine from a single A4 sheet of paper. Fold your paper in half both ways, and then fold it further into quarters. Open the sheet and fold it back in half lengthwise, then make a cut halfway across the middle, creating a slit. Hold the paper from the folds and squeeze gently towards the middle. Right, don't know about y'all, but that was way too much information all in one go, so I think we're going to have to break this down a little bit. So I have got here, it's the Artful pad. It's not the pad that came in the paint, excuse me. Oh, guys, this is going to be a long stream. Yeah, so I've got Artful paper here. This is not the paper that came in the box with the paint pens, but it is the mixed media pad. So I figured that although it's got texture to it, which isn't great for the nibs of your paint pens, it'll withstand a bit more, and it's a bit more cardy for want of a better phrase. Like, it's thicker. Yeah, it's like 300 GSM. Oh dear. Do you know what's really making me giggle right now? I've got the on the other screen, so like the streaming software's on the screen directly here, but I've got another screen just here, and this is where all your comments are. And I've got the little YouTube window open that tells you about the stream status, and it says underneath, the stream status is excellent and the stream is healthy, and I'm like, well, it's more healthy than its host, that's for sure. Oh dear. The Borg emote, yeah, we'll need to talk about that. That's a discussion for another time. Right, okay, so fold your paper in half both ways. So I'm assuming they mean this way. I might actually regret my decision to pick really thick paper for this, just for the folding part. We'll see. Just for the record as well, I've never done one of these. I see a couple of you in the chat there saying you've done this before. I have not. This is a new experience for me. So are we folding this into like an A4, A6 job? Like that? Yeah. Fold your paper in half both ways, then fold it further into quarters. What do you mean fold it in half both ways? What does that mean? Does it mean like that way? Like, you know, fold it back on itself, fold it, I don't know. I've got something that looks remarkably like that in the... This is hard, like adulting's hard tonight. Thea has brought in a perfect use of the new nope emoji. So for those of you that are members, you can use the nope emoji, and it's basically a little cheesed off person with a party hat on, and it says nope underneath it. This is definitely a very appropriate nope stream. Okay. So yeah, 8 squares in one. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought, April. Thank you. Open the sheet, fold it back in half lengthwise. Yeah, open the sheet, fold it back in half lengthwise. That doesn't make sense. Have I not folded it enough here? Fold your paper in half both ways, then fold it further into quarters. Oh yeah, okay, I've missed a fold, haven't I? Either end into the middle? No. Not from, oh, did you mean that way? I meant that way. Guys, this is... I might want thinner paper, yeah, I think so. I'm going to try anyway, though. Yeah, because I want to have another fold that way, don't I? Yeah, I think I might need to get some thinner paper. We'll try it, though. Patty's still trying to join. Joining what? You're in the stream, like I can see your chat. Okay. So this is actually folded this way though, isn't it? I thought I was going to have another cough there. The channel membership. Oh, right, okay. Sorry. Thanks, Casey. The club. Patty, I think we might have to have a chat about the membership after we're finished here, because I'm not really understanding why you can't get in. So I don't want to like take over the stream, but can I just ask you, Patty, when you go to join the membership, is there just not a join button? Okay, I'm getting involved. This mods are all over it like a rash. Like, pff, come on, Jim. Right, okay. So fold your paper half both ways, fold it for quarters, open the sheet, fold it back in half lengthwise, then make a cut halfway across the middle, creating a slit. So, can I just double check that you guys have done this before? Am I cutting it at the open end or the folded side, which is this side? I need guidance here, guys. I'm assuming it's the folded side. The folded side. Thank you, April. Right, okay, how far along? Make a cut halfway across the middle, so this side. See, I'm looking at the pictures as well. This is the other thing. I'm left-handed, so I should really remember that it's going to be a mirror image. Right, okay, hold the paper, folds it, squeeze gently towards the middle. That way. Yeah, we make the frog mouth like this. Okay, cool. This does not bode well. Hi, Leslie, nice to see you. Oh, I'm going to have a cough. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, and we're back. Hi, I would like to say hello to Terry, who's just come in, and yeah, Terry, I have got a notification that there is a parcel heading my way from you, just to let you know. I wasn't expecting to see you this evening, but hi, thanks for coming in. Jem should be in bed. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I might be going there after we're finished here. Okay, so we're on to this. We're over the page now. Fold the single sheet into itself. Oh, this is after we've made our frog. There we go. Okay, so that's it there. So I've got this little booklet now. Like this. So I've got pages here. And right, okay, fine. Fold the single sheet into itself. Now you have an 8-page zine. Yep, I do. I wouldn't recommend 300 GSM paper here. I've got a bit of excitement going on. Start sketching your scene using a reference or your imagination. You all know we're going to use our imaginations here. This will help you get a rough idea of where everything is and how the book will flow. Let the lines flow over the edges and mark them as you go for continuity. Right, we're not really getting any more, like, description than that. Oh, and I feel a sneeze coming on. Managed to keep it in that time. You know, so it's all very fading well. We're literally not getting given any sort of indication of anything. This is an intermediate skill level, so I find that quite interesting. Right, okay, so personally I wouldn't be sketching anything out until I picked a colour palette. I don't know about you guys, what do you guys think about that? Would you go colour palette first and then sketch out, or would you sketch first and then pick colours based on your sketch? It's a good question. Oh, all the others. Green hat, either I have COVID brain or this tutorial is poo. There's every possibility it's a combination of those two things. Oh. Okay, I'm glad y'all are saying it's lacking a little bit. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Let's grab a pencil though. We will not be outdone. I say grab a pencil, that sounds so casual, doesn't it? I've got like 6 million pencils. There's an F. F for fantastic. Which is how Gem is not feeling tonight. But it's okay. It is a-okay. Oh. I love Black Rose's answer to this. It depends on your mood. Yeah, I'm definitely like that. Right, well, let's take some colour inspiration then, because it talks here about creating a limited colour palette. Test how different colours look layered on top of each other. Is there enough contrast for you to differentiate them from each other? You can use this sheet as a reference for which colours work together as you are colouring in your piece. Okay, guys, well, here's the thing. I've got all my Posca pens and my Molotov markers here. Try not to disturb Jock. So I'm pretty good on colours, but I'm also pretty good on nib widths as well. I've got these really chonky ones. These are the ones that I use for doing shop windows. And it's just like a big round sponge that's on the end of them. So I don't think we'll be using them. That's for, you know, that's like a lot of colour very quickly. I'm kind of in a bluey purpley mood though, so maybe we can test out some of those. So let's see what we've got here. I've got sparkly purple. I've got some lilac-y colours, purpley colours. Yeah. These were all nicely arranged by nib size, and then that all kind of went out the window. I've got this bad boy here. This is a Graph Master. I don't know if this is dried out or not. Nope, we're good. Try that one. And I was looking for a dark blue. Yeah, I've got this one here. Navy blue. It's like a grey colour as well. Yeah, let's get some of these out. There's a sparkly blue. I actually prefer these Molotov twin markers. I like these a lot better than the Posca pens. These can be refilled quite easily with proper Molotov refills. But I like them because they've got a twin tip on them. They've got this nice wee fine tip here for detail, and then they've got a slightly chonkier kind of like rounded end if you want to fill in bigger areas. So that's pretty good. Okay, we'll maybe take a wee tickle of pink in there just for funsies. There's like a tickle of pink. Casually produces an actual bucket of pens, yes. I wasn't kidding on. So if we go back to the, let's grab this pad again just a wee minute. To the tutorial through the medium of mine. Oh Lord. Right, let's see. Well, to be fair, I wouldn't really need to do that because I could just draw and write everything on the paper, so that's not really conducive. So we've got this colour. I want to try like the kind of darker blues first. Do you know what was weird last night? This was before I started feeling like really fruity. I was still obviously unwell, but I didn't feel too bad last night. And we've had our new windows put in. The guys that came, the workmen that came to do the windows were fantastic. They were really nice guys. And they were very considerate. See, I really like this dark grey colour. This is one of my favourite Posca colours, bar none. It dries a little bit later than that. So last night, the wind really picked up for the first time and it was absolutely battering it down with rain. And it was really nice to experience our new windows because the windows that were in before were pretty old. And it made me feel like really cosy and safe. It was lovely, even though I wasn't feeling nice. So there you go. It's so strange, but it was like a really nice thing to experience. Because obviously we moved into, it's not actually been that long, but we moved in like July-ish. So we haven't had any real bad weather yet. So... Oh, right, oh goodness me. These metallic pens, they kind of, I don't know. I feel like, see, to get any proper shimmer off them, like, you have to flood the page, basically, or else it doesn't happen. I'll let that dry and I'll give it a wee tilt for you. But I think these as background colours or darker colours would be great. We'll let them waft about for a wee minute. Because I was thinking more like these colours. No, not this one, Gem. Come on, Gem. Maybe these ones would layer up quite well on, you know, like on the top of them. This might be a bit too... let me see if I find another pink. My brain's hurting. That's the finer nib version of that. Yeah, okay, right, let's maybe have that one instead of that one. Yeah, let's do that. Just having a good old rummage about here. Got this kind of like neon pink colour as well that I really like. You can see it's slightly different there. Someone's vibrating me. It's not important. Not important. Thea, you and I need to have words. Not tonight. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Is that offensive pink, guys? What do you reckon? And this is the thing about Poscas. Although I prefer the Molotov pens, I really like these wee, like the wee weenie Poscas. The 1Ms, because you like it's just like using a ballpoint almost, and you can get tons of detail with those. Green Hat, did you like that? Junkie Monkey, did you like that one a lot? So that's like, I'm thinking for a sky colour. You'll be over the paper in no time. Okay, so based on that, I think we kind of need to go like a foresty, you know, like a moonlight forest. Let's grab white. Oh, we could put the moon in with that. Like just plop it down somewhere like a, you know, like a... Oh, let's do that. That's fun. Hello, Marigold. Not important indeed. Right, okay. So what if we think about... I could just do a wee sketch here, couldn't I? So, I mean, realistically, when we think about our panels, though, you know, essentially we want them to go round in a circle, hence the point of infinity and beyond. So I think really, see, this is, oh dear, right, so we've got 8 sides. So we really, this is the way that I would do it. If anybody would do this differently, I would love to hear from you. And this is what I mean about straying away from the tutorial. But I think we can agree the tutorial's really not helping us out much. Oh, headache, right, come on. So that would give us 2. That's given us 4, but we need 8, don't we? So we need to, oh, right, okay. So let's do 4 on that one. Can you all hear Jock snoring though? Bless it. And we'll have another 4 here. Just rough thumbnailing. We're thumbnailing. Didn't think your phone would give me away yet. It did. It's always on silent. Like I actually never have my phone on ring ever. But it does buzz quite substantially. Oh, Marigold, you're eating pizza. I hate you right now. I wish I could like actually have enough appetite to want a pizza, let alone actually eat one. I don't even, right, this is how you know it's bad as well. I don't even want a cup of tea. Like, Mr. Jem offered to make me a cup of tea earlier and I was like, nah. Right, so, what if we have, right, bear with me here. what if we have a day scene going into a night scene and having it all join up again? That would be nice. But I don't really know if I want to start mixing my markers that badly. Right, okay, so we could have, let's think of it in two halves. So we could have the moon, here, and let's just say we have some water in this one. Oh, don't stick with me. We'll maybe put some land here. So that's going to obviously spill into the next one, because the whole plan is this spills over continuously. It helps if you can see what I'm doing. I feel as if I'm really tight for space. I think it's because I've got my tissues and everything. That's better. Sorry, guys. And let's have, well, let's have a hillock here. So that hillock can disappear and it can flow over onto this one. And we can make this one full of trees. So that would all be trees, and this would be trees also. So that's going to join that bit to that. And then we could have two humps on this one like a camel. And we could have a wee something or other howling away at the moon there. Ooh, with his tail up in the air. Ooh. That'd be great fun. And maybe there's a wee path that comes down to the water, or in front of the water. Make that wider as it comes down, bring it into the foreground. And maybe we can have some bushes. Right, what else do we want? Suggestions? Just sniffed the barbecue sauce and almost got it in my nose, but it was so close before I could smell it. Oh man, that's bad. That's bad. Patty's made it. Way, Patty, thank you so much. Can we have a round of pink udder hands for our newest member, Patty? Welcome, Patty. Yeah, right. So basically, what's going to happen is we want to put the picture together, Thea, so that it reads all the way around, but also when it's unfolded that way, you know, like all unfolded, then it's going to all join together too. So that's kind of the idea. Utterhands. You guys are amazing. They're amazing, so you are. Oh dear. This is like an art therapy session at a sanatorium. Oh yeah, we're little pink hands. Oh god. Right, okay, so anyway, I just need to get the overlap right here. Your brain can't comprehend it in the slightest just looking at the tutorial. Yeah, I feel as if there's detail missing in the tutorial for sure. So let's have, maybe there's just one great big tree here. And we'll keep it to slightly to the left. I'm having real issues with this like camera placement today. My brain, honestly, it's like cotton wool. In case you need the brain rinse. Do I know where I picked up the bug? Yeah, possibly. I do, Elise. In the grand scheme of being unwell, I have pinched a nerve in my neck, approximately here. Don't ask me how I did that, because I definitely don't know how I did that. But I have been attending the physio and I 100% picked up at the physio. Because the work that they were doing, I had to put my face in one of the little donut stands. So my face has been in contact with something else that has been touched by like a million people. And they do disinfect them in between, but it's like a, you know, like a cursory wipe. So I mean, I don't like people, I don't go out in public that often. So that's the only place I can safely say that I think I've picked up. Oh, Patty's found her emojis. Well done, Patty. She in the gang proper now. Oh, that's funny. Sorry. Right, okay, so, yeah, if we can, we'll just leave that there just now because what I want to do is try and tie this up this way. So if I flip this over, um, you can see there that we've got water. So what we would do is we would bring the water in here. So when these are together, if you unfold them the other way, then the water is all one body of water, if that makes sense. And what we'll do is we'll put the moon reflection on this side. Like, we'll have that as a wee reflection. That'll be nice. And then we can have all the reeds and things. And you can dot them about wherever. Like, we can make that look spandangly special. And there's also this path here. So let's bring that path up there. And that's the only thing that's kind of overlapping right now, back to back. So they've had many pinched nerves. Yeah, sometimes it's just a case of letting them work themselves out, isn't it? At least they're, you know, sometimes, yeah, you've just kind of got to get on with it. I'm okay. One of the exercises I've been given is to... This made me chuckle, to make the double chin, and I was like, what are you talking about? I've already got one of them. But basically, you pull your chin in like this, and you're supposed to hold it, and that movement is so painful. I feel as if someone's sticking a hot needle in, like right in at the base of my, like at the nape of my neck. So painful. So yeah, there's that. Right, okay. So we've got trees and a bit of interest on this side. Let's flip this round now. And see what we want to do here. So why don't we have... Because what did we decide was on that one? That's right. Okay, so we've got our... Yeah, we've got our lake there, and that is going to be a hill of some description. That could just come across there. Right, okay, I'm just like thinking away to myself, it's fine. It's not supposed to hurt. Well, no, when it's better, it's not supposed to hurt. He did tell me to do it very gradually. I can do all the other exercises now, but that's the one it's killing me. Like, it's actually killing me. It's actually killing me. Right, I think what we'll do is I'm going to start with the body of water seems a really good place to start for me. And I'm not going to sketch this out because, do you know what? I'm not scared. Right, that's going to be folded that way. So... I think for the water... Oh, don't cough, Jem. Don't do it. If it's not hurting, the physio is not having fun. Here's the thing, right, in all seriousness. The physio that I saw on Friday was such a nice guy. He was absolutely huge with a shaved head, but he was like BFG. And I am a person that never shuts up. You all know that. And I actually just wished he would stop talking. I'm like, there's there's two groups of people. If any of you have got tattoos, you'll understand this. You're either the type of person that likes to work through your pain in silence and like meditate or like really focus on it, or there's some people that like to distract from it by chatting. I am the person that likes to sit silently. It's probably the only time in my life I'm ever silent. And I was like, I was so ratty because I was so ill and in so much pain. Like, I was just like, oh, I had to like hold it all in. It's like, because I hadn't slept for 3 nights at that point because of this like crick in my neck. So, yeah, I was just like, oh, please stop talking. And that's terrible coming from me. Oh, I felt really bad. But he did help. So, right, let's pick a lake colour. I think one of these blues might be good. Is that going to be too light? Probably. Let's try the Molotov. This is going to need a really good shake. April's the silent type too. Yeah. I say it's quite funny because it is like the actual opposite of me normally, but that's when, you know, like I'm coping with stuff. Another time that's really obvious for me as well is, see, when I'm really stressed out, I can't eat or drink anything, which is obviously the polar opposite. Yeah, I think that's a really pretty colour. Is the polar opposite of me actuals in real life. That's when you know things are bad. One of the first romantic moments that Mr. Jem talks about, this was before we were dating. We were sitting our degree level exam. Yeah, it must have been because, yeah. And I was so nervous. I'd fallen quite far behind the year before because that's when I hurt my hand, and I'd spent like 4 weeks in hospital with my hand. So I was really far behind, and I actually wasn't ready to sit my exam. Basically, if I failed that exam, I was failing. I was, you know, I wasn't getting in, kind of thing, for my my honours year, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay my honours year. So Mr. Jem fondly remembers me rocking up outside the exam and going, "Oh my god, I'm so nervous, I think I'm going to throw up." And I did, and I went to the bathroom and I threw up because I was that, and I hadn't eaten anything, so it was just bile that came up. Yeah, it was delightful, absolutely delightful. Right, let's do that there. And let's get this filled in. So there you go, and Mr. Jem relishes in telling people that story. Like, one of the first times he met me properly, I threw up. Fine. Thanks very much. Things have to be really bad. Are you okay, Jock? Jock's making squeaky noises now. Not speaking to me, okay. So I'm trying to kind of like tickle the paper a bit here. You don't want to be scrubbing a lot, because you'll pull up the paper, but also it's not good for your nibs on your paint pens either. Again, a smoother paper might be slightly better for this. I think for layering purposes though, because I would like to obviously put some ripples and things. I said ripple down on top of this. Then the thicker paper might be slightly better. So do that. Okay. It's a start, isn't it? I'm pleased to see that we're not having any extreme health issues, just normal people's health issues, simply because we now have a wired connection. I'd have kicked that person in the face by accident. Of course, not by accident. The non-Posca paint markers, there's a couple, Casey. I've got these are the Molotov One for All acrylic twin markers. And I've also got a couple of these Graphmaster ones as well. These came mostly in up crates, though I don't know what the availability generally is on these. But the Molotov ones are quite sort of freely available. Yeah, I really like these markers. I like the way the paint goes down with them as well. I did say that when my Poscas start to run out, I'll replace them with these. Apart from the little white, the 1MRs with the Poscas. Someone spied earlier my hand. I burnt my hand, taking something out of the oven there. That was also not being well. That was when I was really unwell, though. That was like, I really shouldn't have been upright at that point, and I was trying to cook dinner to save Mr. Jem having to do it. Yeah, I've actually taken some of the paper with me there. Never mind. It'll be fine. Casey's nodding. You nod away, that's fine. Don't you worry about that. Oh, I can feel my nose running again. This is chronic. We're going to be here till about 9 o'clock and I'm going to have coloured in nothing. And in theory, this should be a fairly quick process. She says as we're like how many minutes in? Like nearly an hour in? Oh no, we're not. We're only half an hour in. Right, that's fine. That's good. I feel like poo. See, now this is the thing though. I think that these two illnesses, I'm not even sure if they're related. I don't know whether, like, I think, because I was saying there about the physio, I think I've caught something on top of what I already had. I don't know anymore. I just don't understand. I think as well, see, because I'm a person that's generally got quite a good immune system, like I don't get sick very often. Obviously, working in amongst cows and stuff, we have all sorts of exotic microbes in our gut flora and probably everywhere else as well, under our fingernails and whatnot. Tend not to get ill very often, and like so, like even when I do, it's maybe like a day or two at a push. But this has been going on for like a week. And see, having a knackered, like a jacked up shoulder on top of that's just not ideal, really. Hello, Dominique. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Thea's got a gentle and kind physiotherapist. Stop showing off, Thea. The rest of us have got put up the ones we don't like. Apparently, at the place that I go to, apparently there's quite a few physios. There was a very handsome gentleman who was not my physio, so I wouldn't be adverse to seeing him, see if he's any good. I hope he's a wee bit quieter. But the gentleman that works for Mr. Jem, who's an older gentleman, he's like more ages with Papa Jem. He goes to the same place, and he said that the lady that owns the place, like he only goes to her because she's the best. And I was like, no, I think he only goes to her because like she's a nice lady. I was winding him up about it. It's quite funny. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong end. What am I doing? So we've got some water. Hopefully. Oh, that was not me. What's happening there? Okay. Just filling in some gaps. I'm just interested to read the rest of these instructions in case we're going to get actual nuggets of usefulness. Right, layering pink for the ground, dark purple for forest, and light blue for water. Oh, so we're kind of following that like by accident. Okay. To keep your table protected, remember to use a sheet of paper. Okay. Right, okay. This is just, and it says about fixing things. So they've established that they've picked colours for water, sky, and ground. And then it just says about tidying up and fixing up. When we come over the page, all of a sudden we've gone from nothing to, like, they don't even tell you what orientation it's folded in. Now you can start adding in detail. Imagine you're reading the zine spread by spread. Use the colour reference sheet. No one cares about the colour reference sheet. Oh, see, they've done theirs the other way round. Right. Can you see how this is back to front here? Like this, so that's the top that's folded in together. I'm going the opposite way round. I have the bottom folded in together. So the sky's going to be up here and up here. I don't understand why that wouldn't be a thing. Like, why would that not be a thing? I don't know. Okay. Never mind. I am going to continue on this way. And that is literally it. Like, that is the end of the tutorial. So let's just go to town. Let's do it, guys. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. Maybe we can have a little secondary pond down here. Oh, that's the wrong one again. I'm gonna get myself into trouble here. Oh, look, I've splurged a wee bit there. Okay, so there we go. That's decided for us. Oh! Maybe this is more of a puddle than a pond, this one. Let's go. I'm gonna have to drink some water. That's the thing as well, is like I'm drinking a lot of water and I don't have to go to the bathroom. It shows you how dehydrated I am. Green hat's got a black cat, she's a dickhead. Ah, that's funny. It's funny because I quite often refer to the dogs collectively as Stinkies. I'm like, come on, Stinkies. That's the thing. Okay, right, so we've established that that was going to be our watercolour. So I think for the ground, going back to these, because these are dry now, I think I want a spangly sky. I think that's kind of important. So you can see the metallic one there. It's, obviously you can see the bit that's still wet, but I thought I was going to sneeze there. The dry bit's quite shiny, so I think that should be the sky because that will give us like a nighttime twinkly sky. I'm going to be here forever doing the sky. So that leaves us one of the darker colours. I think I'm going to go grey for the ground, maybe. So, I want to remember that my edges are going to match up. See, I can actually do this in real time now. So when we're going round the way we want it to all sort of like flow into each other. So I'm going to start with my original panel here, which was this one. So because that's going to fold up that way. Yeah, okay. That's fine. So we can leave that there, and then what do we? This was 2 humps on this side, yeah, because we're going to put our little, and then that's just going to tail off there. Tail, get it? Oh dear. Yeah, for all of you that don't know, Laurie is like a proper crazy dog lady. She's got like a bajillion sausage dogs. And they're like, so think of all like the sausage wiggle butts she's got. I've changed my mind against my better judgment. I'm going to use this big chonky marker for the sky because I really don't want us to be here all day. I don't think my throat and my brain will last that long. So let's cover this off. Let's just do it. Can you imagine doing this with the Artful markers? You would be here forever. Forever! Because there'll only be nibs on them. Look at that. Now we're talking. This is like turbo sky. Oh. I finally found a use for a chisel nib. Look at that bad boy. Woo! Now, do you know what's really interesting? I can smell this marker. I can actually smell it. Oh, God. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't think it is. Let's move this over a wee bit. I'm kind of accidentally putting us into Aurora Borealis A-type territory with my mark making here. Oh, that stinks. Wow, that smells bad. It smells bad, guys. I've just realised something. I was wondering why the chat was going really slow, and it was on top chat instead of live chat. Have I missed anything? Nobody's like done anything silly like. Right, okay. I was just checking nobody had put up like super chats or like super stickers and I'd missed them and not thanked them. Right, I fixed it now. That's fine. Do you know what else I did the other night? What night was that? Thursday night, again, just because I was more or less like bed bound. I sat in on the scrop. Oh, hi Jock. Are you gonna come and say hey to everyone? If I move over a wee bit. Oh, hi. Are you awake? Oh, here comes Pip as well. Oh, my goodness boy. You alright? A wee pet. Are you feeling lonely? Hmm? Pip's come to see if you're alright. That's it. That was all he wanted. Classic joke. That would show up in chat, top chat too. Yeah, of course it would, Thea. You're absolutely right. 100%. I knew that as well. My brain's not working. Oh dear. Yes, so I was in on the Scrawler Box live stream on Thursday night. And it was if you remember, it was Willie Watt, who is the Scottish artist that was the featured artist, and he draws a lot of vernacular buildings, soap farm buildings. And Willie and I have a bit of to and fro, so I really wanted to be in on his live stream. Totally forgot about it, and it was Faith that reminded me. I don't know if Faith's in the chat tonight. So I jumped on. I don't know if you all have experienced a Scrawler Box live stream. Have any of you been in one of them yet? I'm glad we're getting used to the Jock and Pip emojis. It's good. Okay, I'm thinking while I'm here, I might just do the sky on this side too. Why not? I'll just try not to stick my hand in it. I think we'll have a much flatter sky on this side. Ooh. Let's go across the way. This pen smells so bad. The fact that I'm so congested and I can smell that's quite concerning, actually. I did smell pencil sharpenings earlier as well. That was a nice smell to be able to smell. It was only because I had it like up at my face, like up here. Yeah, oh yeah, Lockdown Art and Beyond was there. I don't know, I didn't see you there. The Scrawler Box like the Scrawler Box live stream was, how would you describe it? Lockdown Art and Beyond. I would love to hear an adjective that you would use to describe that stream. I did miss quite a lot of it, to be fair, but the one thing I will say is it wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. I was expecting it to be a bit longer. I would love to hear what you thought. They can be chaotic but lovely. Okay, that's interesting. That's not what I would have used. That was my first one though on Thursday. I felt it was very just put my thumb in it. I felt it was very rushed, and I also felt that now I'm gonna have some reflections here. Oh my, this is gonna be painful. I felt as if we were getting pushed along, and there weren't that many people in the stream. Like, there was like less than 30. It was like 20 odd, I think, at one point. I wasn't really paying attention. Excuse me while I blow my nose, guys. Oh. Are they all as rushed as that? You've seen the way, like, see if we get stuck on something in the chat, I'll just stop what I do and then, like, start talking about what we're talking about. And even if it puts us 10 minutes behind, it's not the end of the world. The whole point of a live stream is to interact with the people that are watching. And I feel as if we got like the mandatory or cursory, and what do you guys in chat think? But it was not really expanded upon in any. It was just like, that's what you think? Oh, that's nice. Let's move on. Next subject. It's more about them than those. Yeah, that's exactly the way I felt about it. You cancelled your subscription. Too many of the same supplies they were sending. Patty, excuse me, guys, again, sorry. I think even though, even if you don't get the boxes, you can still join their live stream. I don't think there's anything stopping you. Don't quote me on that. But maybe Lockdown Art will be able to tell you. I think as long as you know what time it is, you can still go and join in. But yeah, to be fair, like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I just wasn't expecting that. And I felt as if, you know, there was room for banter because there weren't very many people in. Like, we could have had a proper good laugh in there, but it was just a bit dry. And especially with Willie being there as well, I was like, oh, a fellow Scot, this could be fun. Let's make some like haggis jokes and stuff. And just nobody was up for it. Everyone was like, oh, let's talk about vernacular buildings. And, you know, obviously you're going to have art chat. That's kind of the whole point. But I don't know. It just wasn't what I was expecting, was all. Susan, they're usually about an hour. Yeah, I think that one was about an hour. Yeah, anyone can join. That's what I thought. Yeah, it was just about. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't really know. I just don't know. Okay, so if I just fold this up now, um, so you can see there, that's that page there. When I turn over, I want that to match up there. So I'm just going to put like a little line there. And that's where I need to bring my blue down to there so that that is lining up. I'm literally getting this everywhere. I wanted to try and finish like one side so that we can see it, you know, folded over doing its thing, or at least a little bit of it. Literally just sneezed all over myself. It's disgusting. No, Thea, it's not to show off the current box. Like, this is really far behind. It's like a review of the box and some of the scroller challenges that, you know, that they've picked out that they like. And then a talk with the featured artists as well. They ask the featured artist questions. You want to take your partner's kids haggis hunting? Absolutely. Thanks, Thea. Kissing tight. Ah, it's all good. I'm fine, honestly. I don't know if any of you have a similar thing, but I'm really sensitive to like bodily function noises. Like, see, mouth sounds especially give me the absolute like Pip drinking out the water bowl, disgusting. And when I'm watching a stream or a video, people that make a lot of mouth noises or like chewing noises, like see people that watch YouTube videos of people eating, I don't know how they can do it. So I'm like hyper aware of it, and I don't want you to have to listen to me just like snottering away and sneezing and whatnot. It doesn't sound fun at all. We're supposed to be here to have fun, god damn it. I am speeding this up, like I'm rushing here. I will go back and tidy this up, but I want us to actually get a chance to put some detail in and, you know, layer stuff up and make it interesting. But in order to do that, I need to get a move on, basically. Well, this is the thing, Thea. Like, I always feel, because they kind of jump between the screens. There's three of them. There's Chris, who's the founder, and there was two other people, and to be honest, I didn't even catch, again, Cotton Woolbrain. I didn't catch who the other two people were. They work for Scrollerbox, obviously, and then there was Willie as well, the featured artist. And they kept kind of like switching the frames as well, and it's like, well, what do you think? And, all right, hang on, what do you think? And it just felt really sort of rushed. And I think more could be done with that. But I understand as well, like, and this is the thing, like, you've got to remember, Chris, the founder of Scrollerbox, did not start Scrollerbox from a YouTube channel, and he is perhaps not the most likely person to want to present to camera. Whereas someone like myself, I made a conscious decision to do YouTube. And having been used to speaking to lots and lots of people, I was back before the big credit crunch in 2008. I worked in call centres, big open floored call centres when they were all the rage, in sales departments. And at one point I had 200 members of staff under me, and I used to have to give them a morning meeting. So I'm really used to speaking in front of people, and I think that some of that rushedness often comes from people because they're not used to doing it. It's not because they're not good at it, they're just not used to it. Whereas obviously I'm much more relaxed, and I've also got 5 years of this under my belt with all of you miscreants as well, you know? The featured artist isn't always there either. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Green Hat doesn't like human noises. Yeah, that sounds like an anxiety attack. It's not an anxiety attack for me. It just gives me the absolute. We call it the boke. Like if something makes you retch, it gives you the boke. That's it. That does it for me. Cat is social media elitist support. Okay. Thank you, Lockdown. You're a great source of information here. And he hates technology. Yeah, it's quite easy. It's quite easy to see that, isn't it? Hello, Linda. I found you from your scroller box openings. Did you, Patty? Oh, that's nice to know. A whole bag of nope from Green Hat for presenting in front of people. Oh, that's funny. Telling you, I'm so used to it though, because you've got to remember, like, even before call centres, oh God, I'm giving my age away here, I was an old-fashioned door-to-door insurance salesman, and I used to carry my leather binder, like, under my arm and go and knock on people's doors and be like, you need some accident insurance. Da-da! And I did that, I started doing that when I was, like, 18 or 19. So at a young age like that, that was after I decided that being a chef was not an occupation I wanted to be doing in my 40s. I was a good foresight, to be fair. You can applaud myself for that one. Well done, past Gem. But doing that at such a young age, especially again at different times, being a young woman in that position, it kind of like that's where I got my thick skin from. But again, it just shows you how much the times have changed because what we used to do was there was a group of us and we all had our own territories, but we used to go on Ardmore, which is when you all came from your own territories and you went to a specific area and you blitzed it in like 3 days. So the town or wherever it was you were would be split up and you'd get like a little section doled out to you. So there was a young guy called David who, ironically, he was actually from where I live now. Weird. David and I were about the same age. He was a wee bit older and he was a wee bit more experienced. But we would get our territories and then we would sit and compare notes. Now, we didn't have Google Maps at this point. And we had a Yellow Pages, a BT phone book, and we had an actual physical map of the area, plus like the local businesses newspaper, like the local trade magazine kind of thing. And we used to figure out the areas and we would swap the clients that we had on our list. So I would give all my hairdressers and tanning salons to David, who was, by all intents and purposes, a very good looking chap. And he would give me all of his building sites. So you can imagine a 19-year-old Gem in full business attire with a leather folder walking into a tea room on a building site at like 11 o'clock or whatever to tell these like 10 or 12 guys about accident insurance. Like, that's not for the faint-hearted. So yeah, I actually used to do that for a living. So it kind of stands to reason that things like, presenting on a live stream or even standing up in front of people really doesn't bother me at all. A Green Hat sold sheds and paving slabs at 19, yes! But this is the thing, like Thea's saying, they're like an absolute nope. The thing is, though, I can go out and do it, but mentally it exhausts me. Like, see, when I'm done, I'm done, and that's why I had to come out of sales. That was part of the reason I stopped doing it. Right, I'm going to stop here because I need to put this path in before I get all giddy with myself here. So let me just put this pen down. What do we think? I kind of want one of the purpley colours for the path, but they're not really dark enough, I don't think. There's a lot of blue going on there, isn't it? Let's see what's going on here. And this is only the weeny one. I got a thicker part. I've got the spangly purple. I don't really want that for a path, though. It's a bit extreme. You're too scared to approach people. Did you like knock the door and just like run away? Like, run away! I've got like a lilac-y colour. Did I not pull that out already? Yeah, I did. No, definitely get caught in for brains. In lockdown, I was a teacher and children are fine, but adults nope. That's funny. Yeah, I think we're basically just stealing the colours from the magazine at this point, aren't we? Well, we're not stealing because it's a tutorial. Yeah, we're kind of on the same track, okay. Except I'm not going to be using red or orange. So let's put the path in. So the path comes down from the double hump. Start thickening this up a bit at a time. This is a method I really like using. Like, see if you're unsure about your dimensions of something, you can just go a line at a time and you just start further down every time you add a line on, so you get like incremental thickness and it's easier to build it up without taking it too far. A bit like, you know, I'm always saying it about pencil, like it's easier to add more than it is to try and take away. Same principle applies here. I think I add another little bit on there. Oh, my head is pounding. I actually feel quite energetic though. That's the weird thing. Like, see, now that I'm going, now that we're, you know, we're actually going here, I feel better. I think it's just because it's taken my mind off it. And, you know, I'm not like thinking about it and being miserable and woe is me. I actually spat out my water there trying to stifle a sneeze. Just as well it's just water, isn't it? Honestly, guys, I think I'm going to delete this live stream. I don't think I want to have the world seeing this state. Oh, it's a poor show. Oh, righty ho ho. I think it's a bit too subtle, isn't it? But in saying that, if we bring this down round the edge here, oh, and maybe we can just finish it up there, and there could be like a park bench or something there. Ah, see? Now we're getting it. Again, so this is like, I'm just making sure I'm leaving myself like the connections off the side of the page. That's, you know, that's kind of like the important part here. So I can finish filling this in now that I've got my path in. My dribbles. This one. Thanks for stopping in, Casey. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. It's a bit of random chat tonight. Yeah, Marigold had to speak to people. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you coming in. Right, back to this one. Yeah, it's kind of funny that y'all will pop in on a Monday night just to listen to the ramblings. Kind of funny. It's fun though. We like it. Oh, nearly made a boo-boo there. I love the colour of this pen so much. I clearly have like a grey-blue issue in my life. Must stem from childhood, I don't know. I really like grey-bluey colours. Next, only to green. You'll be pleased to know that my sage green front door is in as well. I will post a picture on the Discord of the door because as I'm very satisfied with it as the green colour. It is really nice. And Mr. Jem has also given up the fight, and our living room is also going to be sage green. Me. I kind of forgot what you were talking about for a minute there, Black Rose, and I was like, all I read was I feel pants. So you can see why that's confusing. Oh, funny. Terry, the Q&A terrified you, yeah, just in case someone's going to ask you like a rogue question that you're not going to be able to answer, you'd be like, not really sure about that at all. Right, I don't think we need anything else. you know, there's not going to be large chunks of this that that's going to need a different colour, so we can just go ahead. The creases are really suffering here, see, because this is really thick paper. The minute I'm taking the posca near it, they're just going, no, I don't want to do this. I'm going to tear up and be an asshole. It's okay though, like I understand. I'm being pretty mean here with my pen. Once I finish this off, because you know I do like to finish these things off 9 times out of 10. I will finish this off and probably post it on the community tab. I think that's probably the safest place. I've noticed that there's a lot of you that aren't on Instagram, or if you're on Instagram, you're not on Facebook. And I know that some of you don't even have access to the community tab, although that seems to be getting less and less now. It's just the older models of iPad that don't support whatever version of the YouTube app. Absolutely crazy. Mental. Okay. Right. I feel like we're getting somewhere now, because after this we get onto the interesting bit. Look at the colour of my hands. Oh my goodness. It's just silly. So again, just want to... I hear a tractor. That might be a Mr. Gem. I think I hear a tractor. It's kind of hard to tell with my new windows in, you know. I love how we're like admitting to our weird foibles here. Black Roses just said she was singing in front of her kids, but not in front of anybody else. That's quite funny. Like, I like that. That's like me. I wouldn't sing in front of Mr. Gem. Used to do open mic nights and everything. Will not sing in front of my husband. I don't know why either. It's just weird. Bit of a strange one, that one. Isn't it funny though that I'll talk to a complete stranger and try and sell them something like insurance and I won't sing in front of my husband? Oh, all kinds of wired up wrong going on there. Oh, my ears are so sore now as well. Mama Gem's just messaged me. She's asking me if I'm alright. I'm going to have to reply to this message, guys. Just give me a wee second. There's time sensitive stuff. She's asking if I'm going to be fit to fly. Oh. I'm in a live stream. Oh. Quite lively but hurting, I think that's a good description. Okay, yeah, Mama Gem's coming up. If and when I go away, she's coming up just to help Mr. Gem out with the dogs, like so he doesn't have to worry about them, because he is doing quite a lot of field work just now. So she's wanting to talk to me about food. Surprise. That's all we ever talk about is food. Okay. Hats off to Jim for powering through a live stream when unwell. To be fair, it is actually taking my mind off it a bit, Yvonne. There's no way I would have managed on Friday. I was too sick on Friday. But I'm a bit warm and my feet are really cold, but my hands and everything have heated up now, and I think it's just because I'm doing stuff. And as long as I keep drinking water, my throat's dry, but I'm okay. I can't take any more Lemsip. Like I don't know. I'm assuming that for those of you that are in the States, you'll have something similar, but see when I drink a Lemsip, all I can taste is paracetamol. Like, it doesn't taste lemony to me at all. And I had 2 this morning, and it actually made me retch, and I just can't. I was trying to get the caplets. You get like the max strength flu caplets. The Beecham's ones seem to work really well. But because we live in like a asshole end of nowhere, our nearest tiny village has got a very limited selection. It didn't have any. I was like, okay. I ventured out today for those, but that didn't happen. So yes, I'm currently not medicated at all. I haven't had any painkillers or anything to take like a fever down or anything for a couple of hours. And I think that's why my ears are starting to get sore again as well. But I think that's just congestion linked because I say I'm sore like round here and down round my eye sockets as well. It's crappy. Right, let's see if we can do the fun bit. Look. Oh, biscuit shake. Excuse me. It sounds crappy is what it sounds, Thea. Right, these take a wee bit of prep and you've got to be careful. They're a bit unpredictable. I'm a wee bit wary of using them on paper. It's fine on glass because you can wipe them off, which is what I tend to use them for. Yeah, like that. Oh my word. You're supposed to use these like upright though, like they're meant to be. They're not meant to be used down the way. Let's see if I can do this without ruining the place. I'll get one of my tissues here just to wipe off this excess. Ah. Oh, I've now got white paint all over me as well. Right, that's better. That's a bit more sensible. Cheezo. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I horribly fell twice. Okay, guys, it's time to make a happy accident. Right, okay. I'm totally fine with this. Do you know why? I'ma fix this. I'ma fix this. That's not white, that's ivory. I'm gonna go one better, Marigold. You're gonna like this, guys, promise. So, the chisel tip seems to be saving the day today. I might have to wait until this dries a little bit. I'm going to make this into a ridge. And my howling wolf is going to be on this side as well as that side. So we're going to build this in so it's like kind of in front of the moon. I can make this look good. I have no problem with this whatsoever. Everything will be fine. Keep telling yourself that, Jem. Here's my grey, my big grey marker. Yeah, so what we need to do now is bring this down here. Oh, I should not have turned my neck that way. It's a bad idea. I can hear one of the boys in the yard. I can't figure out which boy it is and why they're in the yard. I'm assuming, because they're sowing seed just now. So I'm assuming they're back for more seed. Lemsip is a UK thing, Thea. Honestly, Susan, see if I could take whiskey right now, I would, but the thought of it is actually making me want to retch, so... but yeah, the lemsip thing, oh, it's just bad juju, like it really is. I'm going to wait till this dries a little bit. It's getting a bit kind of funky over there. It's going to give us a really nice moon effect when that dries though, so yeah, you know. Not all is lost. Right, let's use some of these pinky purpley colours and we'll do some trees. Oh. See, now maybe, I like this as well. Thinner one. Maybe this path goes round the side of the cliff and then disappears up, and we'll make it come out on the other side. Ah! Not to be outdone. Oh lordy, guys, I am struggling now. Whew, wind's out my sails. I was kind of looking for a weird white posca, which is ironic considering I sell them in my own shop. I just don't know where they are. Oh, wait a minute, I've got one over here, it's fine. I've got a couple of like weird off-white shades as well, which are really nice. I like these for like the moon normally. Normally, not when I'm making a mess. Yeah, look, here's a wee one Emma. That's all. It's minging. It is minging green hat. It's rank. It is rank rotten. I do not like at all. Okay. Oh, I've got a big splotch down here as well. Okay, so let's put some stars in the sky. Come on now, little pen. You can do it. To be fair, this one's nearly dead. I've had this. Oh, let's get this bit of shape. Where's the other one? A hot black currant, yeah. I think that would be a bit more agreeable to my palate in general right now. I might actually just go. We talk in Scotland about diluting juice, so like cordial or, you know, like a liquid that you would dilute with water before you drink it. I would do like a diluting juice, maybe heated up in the microwave just now, Yvonne. That might not be a bad idea once I've finished here. That could be a thing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put some stars in here. Kind of have to watch where I put my hand up there. So I'm gonna I'm gonna start over this side. I'll probably have to go back over these because it's such a dark colour in behind it will just like the white paint will just like suck that right up. You'll end up with slightly blue tinted stars, which is not the end of the world actually. It's disaster area over here, my god. Don't ever let it be said that I can't roll with the punches. Okay, we'll do a bit of fixing up over there in a minute. They did say in the tutorial about fixing your mistakes. I wasn't really expecting that. I 100% see if I'm taking any kind of tablet, I'm taking 2. I don't care what the dosage is. Always take 2. Funny you say that, at least last night I drank a full carton of pineapple juice, like the whole carton. Pineapple juice is really expensive here. Well, if you get the proper stuff anyway. You drank a whole carton of it last night. That happened. Right, okay. So let's think about our moon. I was going to put some trees. Oh, we've got the big tree situation. I forgot about the big tree. That's exciting. I can't touch anything because it's all wet. So we're gonna have the big tree here. Wow. Kind of right into my big trees just now, guys. Can you tell? Normally trees is my safe place if I'm struggling. I like to go and paint and draw trees. I was telling one of the window glazing guys that the other day. That's my trees are my safe place. He also the same window guy bought a framed print of Gloria. So I was telling him all about you guys in Gloria. He has a well, it's a holiday home type thing. It's like a cabin. And he's got 2 little girls, so he's doing up their bedroom, and he was like, "They're gonna love that. Can I have that, please?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll get you a print." So, like the little impromptu cave sale there without even trying. I'm like, "It's not even ready yet." It's like I'm gonna have to Photoshop it. Just give me time. So yeah, I did that. He's also given me some commission work as well. So, for a sticker. So yeah, that was a good day. So Gloria is popular already. She's almost ready in sticker form now as well, so I can pop that in the cave in the not too distant future. I'm actually lifting more paint than I'm putting down here. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Yeah, I'll leave that to dry. I want to add a few more floofy bits in here and there. Like floofy, oh, I can just add them in. Go for it, Gem. Yeah, let's make it a bit more of an interesting tree shape. Okay, yes. And we can put some wee moon highlights on there when that's dry. Oh. What did you say to him, Thea? Jeez. Good lord. I kind of want some like weird. I don't want to take away from it, but I do kind of want some more trees. Do you think I should have my wee lone wolf up here? I'll put him on this one. kind of making this really small. Some of you were aware of the sticker debacle for the first hunt stickers. That's the one with the two kind of like slightly fox-like creatures and the big moon. I'd sent away for some reprints of those and they came back and they were terrible. I have managed to get that sorted out, which is great. So that's good. So this will be back in the stash shop as well at some point. Probably when I come back, if I go away. See, we're kind of in limbo with this at the moment. Is this dry? I'm aware that I've got paint on my finger as well. Oh, right, that is wet in the crease, but I am going to use that to my advantage right now. Ha! Just feel I've got these tissues kicking about as well. Dishwasher. Equal parts my saviour and the bane of my existence. Like, love a good dishwasher. Wouldn't be without one. Always get left loaded though, so there's that. Right, okay. So now we can... just give this a little bit of texture so that it looks a bit more craggy, is that the word? Okay. Oh, we're mixing in with the white paint. That's not what we wanted at all. Okay. The other thing... oh, here we go again. Time for some water. The other thing I started doing the other day as well, just having lots of time in my hand, was I started watching The Walking Dead. It's very unusual for someone like me to not have watched or done anything zombie related. But I held off because Mr. Jem had kind of expressed an interest at one point and then he changed his mind. So I've started watching that, and I can't put Norman Reedus in the places Daryl because I've seen him in like other stuff and I just keep calling him Norman. It's weird. But yeah, so I'm quite enjoying that. I have been told that it gets ridiculous towards the later seasons, which is fine. I'm all up for ridiculous. That's not a problem. Makes it more fun. Okay, let's just get this little ridge in here. Do love a good bit of zombie. Oh, there's Mr. Jem in. That was Jock having a wee bark there. Oh, Marigold can't do zombies. Excuse me, sorry guys. Yeah, no, I like a good zombie. Right, I want to make this a bit more not white. No, not white. So I think what I'm gonna do is just plonk out a little bit of this here. And okay, my finger's too dry for that. Mr. Jem's taking Pip and Jock out for a wander. It's so nice. He's got a wee bit of light left, not much. I don't really want to use another Posca marker. I think I might go one of these cream colours. You can see that's going to come off a bit. Yeah, okay, let's do that. It will make it look like a different surface as well. The problem is this is pretty wet, so it wants to like pull up the paint that's underneath it. I need to get this really free flowing and just kind of, yeah, there we go. I'm actually going to have to avoid that crease altogether for now, but that's okay. Well, I'll continue that scribble along across there. And maybe put a wee tree or two up there as well when it's dry. Okay, let's add in some trees. I want some purple trees now though. Oh. I must be getting 10 out of 10 for energy levels here, guys, surely. Like, I'm trying my hardest. The zombie thing peaked with Shaun of the Dead. I think it's been so overdone in the last 10 years. Everything is zombies. I disagree, Green Hat. Do you know what's been overdone? Superhero films. Superhero everything. I am sick of Marvel and DC and any other combination thereof. Um, the zombie thing for me has definitely seen a resurgence, and it's because of COVID. Because it has actually some much more feasible implications now. But yeah, I do like a good bit of zombie anything. But bearing in mind I play a lot of computer games, then that, zombie things. Blowing up a zombie with a shotgun is one of the most stress relieving activities you can do. And if it's in a computer game, it's make believe, therefore no danger. I don't know what that says about me as a person. That's one of my favourite pastimes. I also like being scared though, and we've had this conversation before. Like, playing and I mean proper scary computer games, not like pretend scary, like actual proper scary, like deliciously scary games I like very, very much. Because I know that I'm safe. It gives you a really big adrenaline rush as well. And if it gets too much, you can just shut the game down and that's it. So I like scary films for that reason as well. The problem is though, I just don't find a lot of things all that scary. I've said this before as well, the most terrifying game I have ever played was Resident Evil 7. I have never been so scared playing a computer game in my life, but it was perfect. And 100% I would do it all over again. No questions asked. Shaun of the Dead is really funny though. Like, that's, like, I really like that, and I think it was very well done. Down to the Winchester, till it all blows over. Like hitting Pikachu with a baseball bat in Super Smash. Same thing. Exactly the same thing, just slightly different setting. Any reason for Pikachu in particular? Do you find Pikachu, particularly irritating? It's a stress reliever. Some people like to scream into a pillow, other people like to go for a run. I like to blow zombies' heads off and watch all the bits fly. See, like, this purple looks really pretty next to the path, does it not? I think so. Can't do horror thriller type things at all. Brain is already too active. Well, mine is too, but that's what makes it good. Much rather watch a serial killer documentary. Well, I would do that too, actually, like 100%. Oh, that's funny. Right, I'm going to put some greenery. Well, it's purplery? Purplery. In here, just round Was Pond a wee bit. I kind of want to keep adding trees. I could sit here all day and add in these wee fir trees though. I'm starting to sniff again. The hills have eyes, that's really funny. Well, obviously as well, I think it depends. Now I'm getting into like a grey area here because certain recreational substances are legal in some places and not in others. If you have any mind-altering substance, whether it be alcohol or otherwise, that can really affect your perception of a film. The first time I watched Saw 2, I had been drinking alcohol and it was pretty grim. And then when I watched it back sober, I was like, yeah, it's not that bad. I was like, okay. Right, I really need this to dry. Don't mind a jump scare type thing, but straight up horror psychological thriller. I that's the thing, like I like the uncomfortableness of it. Like that's a sign of good horror to me, is something that makes you feel on edge but there's not actually anything happening. Like cheap scares are like jump scares are a cheap shot, like, and it's over. But that sort of constant slight dread, again, like just referring back to Resident Evil 7, the first section of the game, there is a chance that you're getting followed or chased for the whole first section of the game, but the person is not hot on your heels all the time, so it's a maybe. And it's that kind of like tension building that really gets me. Want to hit that Maui guy from Disney Dreamlight Valley in the face. That's funny. Oh dear. Right, let's see how we're getting on. We're starting to look as if we're a bit busier here. Like it a lot. Let's put some more trees in here. Okay, let's try and use some white now too. Something's gone wrong with the link. Marigold, are you okay? Have we bombed out? I'm gonna have to get myself another white Posca. This is ridiculous. A big one here. Ah, that's the one I was looking for. Oh, oh no. Nightmare fodder. Yeah, nightmare fuel, that's what I call it. Oh, oh, my body doesn't like this. Oh, lordy. Stems from reading everything horror in early teens. Stephen King, yep. Yeah, oh, Stephen. Someone in this chat has a daughter that's got all the Stephen King novels. Is it Lockdown, Art and Beyond? Have I misplaced that? Or is it Elise's daughter? The scariest bit of a game I've played is in the hotel in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I haven't played that, Marigold. Thea, he's equally as annoying in Moana as he is in Disney Dreamlight Valley, just so you know. Okay, so let's have a wee bit of a moon reflection here. It's probably wildly inaccurate, but let's go for it anyway. And then we can have that there. I'm trying to do this backwards in my mind, and I don't know if I'm doing a very good job of it, but just catching the water there. Oh, nice. I kind of just want other ripples in those, but we're not exactly going for realism here, are we? Okay, let's put some pink trees in now as well. I feel like I need to start building my trees up a little bit. So this pink's going to look really good on here. I won't be hiking in the hills ever. I'm on, you're hilarious. Oh. Have I watched Stranger Things? Yes, Michelle, and I'm incredibly annoyed that we're still waiting and we needed the last season. I really liked Stranger Things. I got real like nostalgic Stephen King vibes from it. It was right up my alley. Mr. Jem wasn't fussed on that. He can take or leave stuff like that. Like sometimes he's really into it, and other times he's like, yeah, nah, it's not for me. So that was when I watched myself, and see, I'm in the same position now with Walking Dead, but that's okay. Like I'm fine with that. Okay. Right now, if I just pop this stuff down for a minute. Where there was a murder and you start hearing things in the walls drip blood. Oh, okay, yeah. Right. So if I do this now and fold it all up, I can't actually like flatten it because that will ruin everything. But you can see here, oh, I'm touching those. There's white paint everywhere. Oh, tissue. This is actually a biohazard now. I can't give this to anybody. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so you get the idea though. So the scene starts there, and if you turn the page, oh look, that hill goes into this hill, and there's your wee wolf howling away. And then if you turned the page again, that would join up there. So there's the other side of the pool. But also when you open it out, then this section joins up with this section, so it works round the way, but it's also like round the way that way as well. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But it'd be really cute when it's finished. So there you've got that scene there, and again if we finish the other side then we would have that scene there, so that would be complete in its own way because this is also sky. I just dipped the outside of my hand in that white paint as well. And as I say, when you open it out the whole thing is a complete image as well, just a top and a bottom. A bit like Stranger Things, you've got like an upside down side and a right way up side. Also like my Imaginarium. Do you know that's really weird? I created that Imaginarium, that was a long time ago, that was a Scrawler Box prompt. I created that before I'd even heard of Stranger Things, and I actually have my own upside down and I didn't even know it. So there you go. That was kind of weird. That just shows you how my brain's wired up. Whew. Oh dear. The white splodge looks like an astronaut. Oh, he totally does. Will I keep him? Okay. Right, Green Hat, I'm making my mission to make him into like a proper astronaut once everything's dry. Right, I'm gonna call it there, guys. I'm starting to struggle a bit now. My head's starting to get really sore. I wanted to get one side done so that you understood the concept. So, what do we think of the tutorial? I'm desperate to hear your thoughts on this tutorial. Bearing in mind we left it behind long ago. uh yeah, so there was this page with the foldy bit, and then there was this page which is decorated with this wee bit of writing down here, and then there was this foldy page which is really the only explanation we got of the concept, I would say, and then that was it. It was on to his fish. So come on, guys, let's hear it. I want to hear it. Tutorial is poo. Yes, Green Hat, you have made your feelings known with that. Yeah, okay. I kind of get the message. My hands are pink poo. Surely pink poo's good poo. I don't think I want to use the pink poos for that purpose. We tend to associate the pink emojis with positive things, do we not? Makes no sense. The tutorial barely a tutorial. I think I might agree with you. Oh, all the nope emojis. Oh dear. Well, thank you, Artsy Endo. I think if I had a little bit more time and I wasn't feeling just quite so crappy, we might have got a little bit more done there. But yeah, it was more like so you got the idea behind it because a lot of you didn't really understand it, and I really don't think they did do a very good job of explaining it. I think they could definitely have done, even if it was just like a wee preamble explaining, what the purpose of it was and how it was supposed to read, folded out. Ah, there we go, brown poops. Have a smiling brown poop instead, yes. Not much of a tutorial. Okay. Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you for your opinions, guys. I always think like sometimes, like sometimes when you're in the mire, you can't really see things, and I do my best to not have any bias when it comes to stuff like that. And you all know that I have a really good working relationship with Artful. I don't ever want to fall into that trap of, because they're generally consistently good, and because I've got that good relationship, I don't want that to taint my views. But by the same token, I don't want it to push me the other way and make me overly critical either. I found that very hard to follow though, even from the beginning with the folding, and I know I've got cotton wool for brains tonight, but I found that difficult to follow, and I don't think they explain the purpose very well unless you've done it before and you understand, so I think that could have done with a bit more clarity too. So yeah, that is it for today, guys. I think we can safely say that we've wrung this Artful magazine dry. We've done really well with it. I thought the paint pens were lovely. I have since put them in the stash shop. They're gone. There won't be much stash shop activity for a week or two. We're still building up our bank balance after the move, but we are due restocks of Polychromos pencils and also some Sea White stuff as well, like the sketchbooks. So that you can keep an eye out for that in a couple of weeks. But in terms of the Artful magazine, I'm really pleased with this, and it's taken us nicely up because the next box should be due fairly imminently. So yeah. Folding cut of the paper is a hard thing to get across with photos. I agree. I agree, Greenhat. That is a very fair point. I'm getting pink udder hands for the mods. Yes, thank you, Marigold. For soldiering through, feeling crap. Again, yeah, I actually want to thank you all. Well, not that I don't thank you, genuinely most of the time, but I actually think this has helped a wee bit tonight. But I'm starting to flag now, so I'm really glad that I decided to stay with the decision to do the live stream because I could have cancelled this tonight, but I was like, no, we're doing it. We're doing it. It's a tutorial that really should have been a video. Yeah, that would have been helpful. That would have been much better. Poor quality for an Artful tutorial. Yeah. You're welcome, Artsy Endo. Yeah, I'm just basically I'm just gonna go and like get in my pajamas and go to bed. I'm gonna try and sleep as much of this off as possible because I really, really want to go to Sweden on Wednesday. And the rate I'm going, I'm not going to be going anywhere because I'm boiling. Anyway, guys, enjoy what's left of your Monday, and you will see a video on Thursday as normal back in the cave. So I shall see some of you then. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks again to our mods and for all of you showing up for our random Monday stream. Speak to you later.